All right, what is going on? Jordan Sherwood Wood on 1063 FatJackSports.com with a look back at UFC 255. Couple of notes. First off, we're Sylvie Strong. To my good friend Mark Silverman at ESPN Chicago. Also, we're working from home. CB Homie. I don't know. It's my daughter's favorite show. UFC 255. We talked about two dominating champions. That's what we saw. Deiveson Figueiredo, first round submission over Alex Perez. Valentina Shevchenko, unanimous decision and a dominating win over Jennifer Maia. And a couple of just quick notes off it. Figueiredo looked great. I don't know if anybody could be a huge fan though of like how he was really standing up with Alex Perez and kind of just wanting him, daring him to strike. Hands were down, but he was confident enough and took the fight to the ground. Eventually, a little fence grab that has been making quite an impact on social media, but nonetheless, slaps on a guillotine, tight one of that, first round finish. For those that listen to me on VSiN or with Josh Cohen and the home team on ESPN West Palm, talked about Figueiredo with a submission, and if you grabbed it, you did very well. And a quick turnaround for Figueiredo as well. He will fight Brandon Moreno, apparently, at UFC 256 in 21 days. It'll be the shortest turnaround for a championship fight in UFC history. The dude is a killer. The dude I expect to be a dominating champion, and I think a quick turnaround and a quick fight camp favor the champion as opposed to the baby-faced assassin, Brandon Moreno. Shout out to him. He got the job done. We were wrong at FatJackSports.com. I thought Brandon Royval is the next big thing in the flyweight division, a future championship title contender, and he was going to cause some issues for Brandon Moreno, but dislocated shoulder ends that fight after the first round. As my daughter is, yes? Okay, we'll get you lunch in a second, babe. Love you. This is what happens when you're live, and I'm just going to keep on going. Valentina Shevchenko. I thought that fight was going to start more aggressively than it did, but she was patient and kind of waited to see what Jennifer Maia was going to do before she ended up getting and figuring it out on the feet, and then understanding that she could take advantage of her on the ground. We recommended the under 2.5, so that missed at FatJackSports.com. But the Figueiredo outright winner, cashed. It was an easy win. The Valentina misses on that, but still a dominating champion. And who's next for her? I guess the rumor is Jessica Andrade, and that would be an intriguing fight. You're talking about a former champion in a different weight class. She looked really good in her debut in the division, so we'll wait and see about that. Tim Means, victorious over Mike Perry. Was surprised that Mike Perry utilized some grappling and wrestling early in that fight. We thought our selection was in trouble. But nonetheless, Tim Means cashes as an underdog. So if you played that fight, it helped out the cause a little bit. I mean, we're not going to ignore the fact this is now the second week in a row where our picks have not garnered a profit. But still, overall, doing the math real quick in my head, 15-9 over the last 5 weeks now. So still doing okay. We'll have some selections for this upcoming weekend between Curtis Blades and the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. But outside of that, Joaquin Buckley looking like a big-time prospect, another or second-round knockout, I should say, of Jordan Wright. So he looked pretty good. But, the takeaways are Figueiredo and Valentina Shevchenko dominating once again. But I just didn't like how Figueiredo was standing there and just, like, daring people to hit him. I think he could probably do that against Brandon Moreno. He can't do that against Cody Garbrandt if indeed those guys do fight. But nonetheless, 2-3 night for us. Follow me on Twitter, Wood on 1063, FatJackSports.com, and I'm going to go make Zoe lunch. Enjoy the fights.